Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again, and I'm here to share a video on my time with the Galaxy S21 Ultra. Now, I know there have been a lot of videos on this phone out there, so instead of doing like a really in-depth review, I'm going to share with you my top 5 reasons why I love this phone, and why 1 week into use here, I really think this may be my favorite Samsung phone, other than the Galaxy Z Fold 2, that I've ever used. So the first reason has got to be the design, specifically this phantom black color. Now I almost went for the silver color. It is very nice, but let me tell you, every time I look at this black, I think it is just an absolutely stunning finish. But a big reason for that also is because of the camera module. Now I wasn't the biggest fan in the renders of this camera module, but it's grown on me now. It actually works, and it works even better I think in this black, phantom black color, because it's not two-tone. So you really can't tell from a distance a difference between the camera module and the back of the phone. And that combined with this silky matte back texture and really tiny bezels, both top and bottom, it is a really gorgeous design that Samsung elected for this S21 Ultra. And I'm also glad that they've reduced the curve on the edge to only a very slight curve. There you see it. So design is the first big reason why I love this S21 Ultra. The second reason, and you see it right here, is the display. It is an absolutely gorgeous WQHD Plus 120Hz panel, and it is so smooth, and the display of the Xiaomi Mi 11 is really beautiful. It's one of the highlights definitely of this phone, but then when you get to use the S21 Ultra display, you have another excellent panel on this phone with stunning colors and almost no curve like I said, and watching content on this display is just incredible. And of course, Samsung does make the best displays on the market, but they've spared no expense on this S21 Ultra. It is easily one of the most beautiful displays that I've ever seen on a smartphone. The third big reason why I've been loving this S21 Ultra is the performance. So we have the Snapdragon 888 on this phone, and my version is the 12 gigs of RAM, 256 gigs of storage version. And of course, you can go up to the 16 gig 512 storage version, which is just insane. But as you've seen from my gaming videos, this S21 Ultra isn't the most powerful Snapdragon 888 phone, and the benchmarks show it. It doesn't get the highest scores of any 888 phone that I've tested. But you know, with the recent update that I got, we did see a jump in multi-core performance on this phone. And so whatever you do on this phone, whether it's gaming or just casual use, I think you're going to have a terrific time with the performance of this S21 Ultra Snapdragon Edition, not the Exynos. And I've heard stories about the Exynos having its own set of problems. Remember guys, this is the Snapdragon 888 version, and I do think, in my opinion, it is the better version of those two phones. And my fourth favorite feature of this S21 Ultra has got to be the speakers. Now, the speakers on Samsung phones have been some of the best on the market. This S21 Ultra continues that tradition. But instead of just saying it to you, let me show it to you right here with the Xiaomi Mi 11 versus the S21 Ultra audio speaker test. So I'm going to play a little bit of Lounger on both of these phones, and let's talk about the results when we get back. What can I say? What a close audio speaker test this was. Now, the Mi 11 has tremendous sound, and it is still currently my champ when it comes to speaker quality. But you know what? The S21 Ultra has just beat it. In terms of just the strength of the sound that this outputs, it beats the Mi 11. Now, of course, loudness is only one part of the equation. I still think the Mi 11 wins in terms of clarity, and I think the stereo separation is a bit better on this phone. But the S21 Ultra is so close. It is so close to equaling the Mi 11, and I think to the undiscerning ear, some of you may actually think the louder speaker here on the S21 Ultra is the better speaker. So it clearly proves that Samsung has not skimped, and they put terrific dual speakers in this S21 Ultra, and is my fourth reason why you'd want to pick up this phone. And my fifth and final reason you'd want to pick up this S21 Ultra, come on, I don't even need to tell you what it is. Of course, it is the cameras. There's been no other phone that I've ever tested that I've had this much fun taking photos with because of the zoom capabilities. Now, even with a regular camera, you get fantastic shots with this phone, but it's when you go to 10x and 30x that you start getting some shots that are just astounding. Every single time I take a zoom shot with this phone, it just blows my mind. And now I understand why people were so hyped up about the P40 Pro Plus when they were talking about this 10 times optical zoom and the shots that they were able to get from it. Well, Samsung has now brought this 10 times optical capability to the global market. market with this release. And it really allows you to take shots that you just could not do before on any phone, with 10 times shots that almost look like they were taken at 1x, and then 30x shots that look like they were taken at 3x. It is just astounding stuff. And in my experience, the video capabilities of this S21 Ultra have been excellent. The Snapdragon version, of course, and I've had a solid near 50 Mbps bitrate when shooting video on this phone. And this is rear-facing video from the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and my reward for getting to the top of Jardines Lookout, this beautiful view of the skyline of Hong Kong. Great stabilization on this phone, and there you see the sun in the distance. And this is front-facing video on the Galaxy S21 Ultra, going down the trail here, shooting in 4K, 30 FPS. So Samsung and iPhone, they're the only ones who offer 4K on the front cameras. Xiaomi, get on it. But it looks really good, great stabilization. And hit me up in the comments, what do you think? I can't speak to other variants of this phone like the Exynos 2100 because I simply have not used them. But in my experience, this Snapdragon AAA version is an excellent device, and the cameras and specifically the telephoto capability is one big reason, my fifth big reason why. And so that's it for this video, and my final verdict here after almost a week of use of this S21 Ultra. Guys, this is truly the best slab version of a Samsung phone that has ever been released. Of course, if you compare this next to the Galaxy Z Fold 2, you may argue that that is the better phone or that that is the more innovative phone, but when it comes to just a pure, typical, kind of rectangular slab type of phone, I think this is the pinnacle of what Samsung has been able to do so far with this form factor. By putting incredible design, a beautiful phantom black look, an absolutely stunning 6.8-inch WQHD 120Hz panel with rock-solid performance from the Snapdragon AAA version of the phone, and dual speakers that are excellent, and I think rival, maybe even surpassing the Xiaomi Mi 11s, and these telephoto cameras that are easily the most fun I've had taking photos on any smartphone in the history of my channel. This S21 Ultra is the first time I can tell you, I think this is the first Samsung phone that I truly think I could switch from iPhone to. And you guys know how much I do love my iPhones, including my 12 Pro Max, but this S21 Ultra is just that good. And of course, I will be keeping it here on the channel for more comparisons and more great videos, because I tell you, it is the gold standard now to beat in camera on Frankie Tech. But hit me up in the comments. What are your thoughts on the S21 Ultra, and what are your favorite things about this smartphone? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. Now, every smartphone is great, but there are negatives to the experience as well. So stay tuned. I will be coming with another video of the 5 reasons why you shouldn't pick up this S21 Ultra. And I think there are quite a few that we can discuss. So stay tuned for that. So that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.